It's Easter Monday today. I'm off work because it's a bank holiday and we are on our way to an exciting little day out.
It's in Loughborough and it's about a 5-minute walk from the canal. Can you guess what it is?
Rufus is very excited and he's got his smartest bow tie for the occasion.
Come on then!
We went to the Grand Central Railway, a heritage train station that had a special Easter event on, so we grabbed our tickets and hopped aboard. You getting soot in your eyes?
Yeah.
Spent £40 to come and see the steam train. Wes is trying to nap.
This cushion on the window side should be on all trains.
Wes is napping. Wes is napping.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rufus is free for about 15 minutes.
Gas him!
Yeah, so you can do that, but then we've also got...
I love stuff like this.
We're now in Rothley and it's just really cool seeing all this. The trains and the stations are all preserved so well.
They've got everything set up as if it was kind of like back in the day with like the push chairs, the luggage. It's so cool.
Even the toilet roll holders were really fancy and ornate.
You're welcome. Cheerio then. Have a good day.
How much does he weigh, Wes?
£30
£30, Rufus.
It's the brand new Leicester line, the largest train yet, and it can transport up to 10 carriages. Rufus is desperate to get away from the trains. So we weren't able to do our weekly shop on Sunday because of Easter, so we've run out of food. So walking now because we're actually not that far away from the city centre still. So we're going to do one now. Got a bit further to walk with it back, but it's got to be done.
It's so nice that we can be in such a remote spot. It's still only like a 15-minute walk from Loughborough city centre.
It's great. Resist the temptation, Amy. You wish we had a granny trolley yet.
Yeah, we did actually try and find one, but we haven't been successful yet.
So it's another half-hour walk with loads of stuff. It's fly season. This is horrible. I don't know if you can see them. It's like walking through a cloud. I hate it.
We're on the home stretch.
I'll carry everything, shall I, Amy?
I got a backpack on. We've been taking it in turns.
We did it. We did it. We're gonna get a trolley. We're gonna get one.
Gas has run out. Time to change him over. All done for another few months. When was the last time we changed
I
it?
genuinely don't know. I don't know how much gas we use. It feels like we barely ever do this. I think this is only the 3rd or 4th time we've ever done it
Yeah.
in a year, so...
Because we pretty much only use it for cooking, that is it.
Our hot water comes from the engine and the electric water heater. And that's it, so it's pretty much just for cooking, so it lasts ages.
Look who's decided to come and more next to us.
All right, Rufus.
Rufus has gone to give the inaugural greeting.
Rufus!
For any of you who don't know, those are the lovely people from the channel Making New Memories, and we met them at Boat Life Live and they are absolutely wonderful. They make their own videos and we'll link them down below.
Rufus is literally laying in the sun, just panting really loudly, as if to say like, oh wow, I wish there was a way to get out of this sun, man.
It's really not that hot. I've still got a jumper on, but in the sun it's hot. He could easily move.
Get out of the sun, go and lay on the bed. That's not in the sun.
Today is Earth Day, so we've got an old bag that we had our veggies in, and our litter picker's broken, but we've got our kitchen tongs, and we're going to try and fill this bag up to do our bit for Earth Day and clean up the canals.
Been going about 20 seconds. The boat's literally over there. There's already quite a lot of plastic. Discos, good taste. Not for the environment. An actual litter picker would make light work of these sorts of things. Don't worry, we don't use these for food, these are our stove ones.
Save the little baby duckers from that one.
No, maybe not.
Ravioli? Who's having ravioli on a tinker?
Ravioli and a 7-Up, the classic snack.
It's almost full and we've literally walked 5 minutes.
Less than that.
We thought this was generally a really clean bit of the towpath, but it just goes to show it's literally everywhere. Just the little bits.
Found a massive bit that keeps blowing or running away from me. Tin of chopped tomatoes, probably to wash down the ravioli.
We did it! One whole bag.
It's currently 5 AM. I just can't sleep whatsoever. I'm struggling to sleep. But one of the best parts is sometimes I just come and sit in the crouch and sit with the tubes and have some cuddles and listen to the birds. And it's really, really nice. Wes is asleep. It's too early for this toy. Play with this one. This one's quiet. if somebody walked past the towpath, they would be so scared because I'm just sat here in the garage. Oh, that looks so weird.
We are currently in a YouTuber sandwich. We've got Jan and Tony from Making New Memories behind us, and we've got Steve and Andy from Bears Aboard in front of us. We'll put both of their channels down below. It's been really lovely talking to them and chatting to them, and Jan gave us these. We've been really wanting some of these guides so we can just kind of be more in touch with the history, because they have little facts and interesting things about the waterways as you're going through them. We're excited to start our collection, so thank you so much, Jan and Tony. We have left the boat. It's the first time we've left it unattended on like just the towpath, not in a marina or anything, or a basin. I feel pretty confident. We've got our CCTV now and it's around other boaters and some friends of ours, so we're pretty confident. We're just going to keep checking it on the CCTV. We are heading back to my mum's because it was her birthday on Wednesday and we're all going out for a birthday meal. So the whole gang's coming. We've got Rupee, we've got Rufus, Wes, we're all going. Also a little battery update. We haven't had to turn the engine on at all for the entire week, which has been amazing. Some days have been sunny, but some days have been cloudy and the batteries have still stayed. So as of Saturday morning, the batteries are on 77%, and we're hoping that as we're away all day today, they're just going to charge up to full. But also a really good thing is that I can leave the inverter on now because it doesn't draw. Well, it's just better. We would have never have left the inverter on before because it was a fire hazard. We didn't have enough battery power. So the fridge is on and the Wi-Fi is still on, which means we can use the CCTV. We're so tired. We tried to be on time. We were on time and then we ended up walking 15 minutes in the wrong direction. Now we're going back, all the way back. We made it!
A small ramble. It weighs a lot. So at the weekend we went to visit Amy's mum because it was her birthday recently, so we went out for like a little meal. We left the boat on the towpath completely on its own for the first time really, for an overnight stay. And because of that we couldn't do any of our sort of weekly facilities, so I've just finished work for the day, and thankfully because we're getting into the summer now, the daylight hours are a lot longer. So we're gonna spin round, go back into the basin in Loughborough, do the facilities, do a weekly shop, and then moor up somewhere in that area for the rest of this week.
I just nearly crashed the boat because I was watching this really cute dog on the towpath carrying sausages. And I deviated too much because I looked away. Wes is having to recover.
Please sound the horn. Please sound the horn. Please sound the horn.
Our horn is so rubbish. Going under a bridge, trying to warn everyone.
Coming up to the junction now to turn into the basin, and we're going to really need him to step it up and work this time. Beep!
Yeah, take over. Take over.
That went quite smoothly. I can't imagine trying to do that in a 70-footer like that boat that got stuck that we had to rescue.
Got it?
Alright, ready?
Facilities done. Time to go and moor up. Wow, wow, wow.
It's only 50-foot boats. It's a lot easier.
I don't think these guys are too happy about us. Stupid as this guy here. It's your boat. Just gonna give a little update on the aerial situation. For those that saw the engine service video, I was a little bit unhappy with the positioning of the aerial that the electrician installed, and I did text him and he did say that he would be able to change it to one of the plastic ones, but the reason that they installed the metal one is because they're a lot better in terms of like functionality and stuff. And I think personally I wouldn't mind the metal one as much if it was like in with the rest of our like electric bits. So I spoke to the electrician, and what we've said is, because we're gonna have to get him back out anyway for the fuse box issue that we've got, he's gonna hopefully install it where we want it. I have looked into it and we can get the hole welded up for £100 roughly. So it's not the end of the world. We can fix it, because I don't want it there. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but I just thought I'd give a little update on the situation. So for now, I'm fine with it being there. Still got the plant pot of shame on, so that's helping me feel better. It's Friday evening. Wes is going to do a little bit of editing, and I've got a DIY bug because our friends are coming tomorrow, and that always happens to me. And also, we've just been to B&Q to have a little look around at the flooring because we really want to get rid of the carpet in the kitchen. It's collecting so many dog hairs, and we don't really have a reason to keep the Hoover other than that carpet. So I'm going to have a tackle at pulling up the carpet, seeing what the subfloor like. And maybe we can get away with peel and stick vinyl on top, just maybe even as a temporary measure, just so it's a little bit nicer, or laminate flooring. We'll have a look. So this is the subfloor. It's actually not that bad, not that uneven. There's just a couple of bits that are uneven, so I genuinely think that the peel and stick would be all right. So I'm going to get rid of all the carpet tiles, put them outside, and then I'm going to give it a good sweep, because all this has been collecting underneath the carpet tiles. So the previous owner stapled in the carpet tiles, which isn't great, into the floor. So now we have to pull all these up. Now I've got the peel and stick vinyl tiles, or planks. I'm just going to lay it out. We've tried to match to the wood the best we can. It's obviously not perfect, but let's see what we think. The cupboards aren't straight, obviously. So we're having a few issues with the laminate in the kitchen. The laminate throughout the boat has always been hardwood, which is what the previous owners installed, which is like quite thick. The reason that they must have had carpet and why we've had to have carpet is because the subfloor in the kitchen is uneven. There's one of the planks that's quite loose, and also the fridge, there's no room on top of the fridge underneath the cupboard, so it can't go any higher on top of any flooring. So we're trying to think of solutions to get around it, because we still want to have access to the subfloor where the bilge is, right at the back of the boat, just in case we have a leak or anything like that. We don't want to cover it up with hard laminate. We're just going to put 2 pieces of plywood, and then we're going to get this really thin stick-on vinyl stuff and just stick that on top as like a decorative piece for it. And then if we need to, we can just lift the whole plank up and access the subfloor. That's the plan. Hopefully it works. So I've done some measurements and we've got a plan. It's going to be a crazy plan, but we've got a plan. The reason that it's all so rushed and last minute is because the canal is here and B&Q is literally here, and it's going to be a while until we are this close to a B&Q, like really easily accessible, where we can carry like big packs of laminate flooring and stuff. So, and we realise that we're leaving tomorrow, so it's a little bit rushed, a little bit last minute as always. Update, look how good it looks. I know obviously there's the duct tape, but I'm so much happier. Even if we left it like this, I feel like it's better than the carpet. The only problem is, hello, so this is how the previous owners left it, so we need to figure something out with that. But for now, we're just going to stick it on and see what happens.
Okay, so we messed up slightly, but it wasn't our fault. This trim needs to come out because we can't stick vinyl over the top of it, because then that's just going to be warped and weird. So we need to get this off, put this bit of wood in there underneath so that the vinyl can go all the way to the laminate. But this has been stuck down with everyone's favourite hearty dose of Gorilla Glue.
Before you say anything, we know it's a bodge job, but we're doing a bodge job to patch up a bodge job. So what can we do? We can't get professionally. So we're bodging another bodge job.
The dressing gown bandit strikes again. Spot of editing. And as I'm sure every editor can appreciate, the constant threat of having your computer cables chopped through by someone doing DIY at 9:30 at night is a very relatable threat.
There's a B&Q next door and we're leaving tomorrow. Quick!
Now! Almost done with one side, but it's really hard to cut this to the odd shape of the cupboard, and because the plywood underneath is really bright, that stands out quite a lot. We've got a cunning plan. We're going to colour it in with pen.
Hey,
You
no!
can't see it as much. That is good. I mean, eventually it's going to fill with dirt and you won't be able to see it anyway, but in the meantime...
Come on!
Look at that.
What a good colour match.
Boom! I know most of you probably hated that, but there's no denying it worked. Might not be the correct way of doing things, but it worked.
You can't see it now! People are gonna
Perfect.
hate that.
People often ask us what it's like living on a boat, and one thing that they really don't expect to be doing is cutting bits of wood with scissors at 11 o'clock at night so that you can duct tape it to the floor and put vinyl over the top of it.
Metal saw. We've been moaning about the previous owners and their like bodge work.
I'll have to look back through these vlogs to figure out how to undo it all.
Maybe because it worked.
Amy's an absolute wizard with the old wood scissors. Perfect. How?
Caught to 11. Still going strong. Nearly there though. The last big piece is going in. We did start off with these, but for the long ones it's just so much harder.
Amy's doing the honours of the final piece.
Why is it such a big gap?
We did it!
For 10 months I've been wanting to do this since we got the boat. I've hated that carpet every day.
And it only took us 3 hours. Hooray!
Just gone 11 at night. Perfect.
Time for dinner. Here we go, the grand reveal. It looks so good. You happy with it?
I'm literally so happy. The only thing is, it's not as good of a colour match as I thought it was. It's definitely a lot darker than the main floor, but I think it looks fine. It looks so much better than the carpet.
I think it's mainly because it's not as reflective. So the light bounces way more off this, which makes it look lighter. But it's still really good. This, we're going to have to figure out at some point how to smooth over the join, but this will just be there for now. Another job well done. But as with most of our DIY, don't look closely or you'll see coloured in floor with felt tip pen. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We really hope you enjoyed and you were impressed by our evolving DIY skills.
Great big thank you to Del this week for the chips. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Has anybody seen a toad? A boy named Level's lost one.
Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter! I'm Hermione Granger, and you are...
Long Weasley.
Pleasure.